Hi, Marianne here with your customer service quick tip. How to make good great when it comes to social customer service. Most companies by now have a social media presence, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or a combination of different social sites. And up until now, customers have been using them solely for social purposes. However, in the last year or so, we started seeing a shift where customers are reaching out to brands on social media just as they would as another customer service channel of communication. So they're asking questions about products and services. They might be sharing a either positive or not so great customer experience, and they're really turning to using social as just another means to communicate with companies. So, as businesses, we need to make sure that we are aligning ourselves properly to use social not just for what it was originally intended for, but also to expand and make sure that it is also another strong customer touch point. So, I got curious and I wanted to see if there were any studies talking about response time on social media. According to this study, you can see it took a look at the top 100 U.S. retailers and found that Facebook response times are generally around the 24-hour mark, whereas Twitter is about half that. And of course, Twitter is a much more quick moving environment, so the results aren't really surprising. 24 hours, that's been a standard average response time for more traditional means of contact, such as email, so that wasn't overly shocking either. From here, what I did is I took a look at research focusing on customer expectations as far as social media response times. As you can see, there's a little bit of a discrepancy. We have 42% of the customers in this particular study saying that they expect a response on social media within 1 hour. Another 32% expect an even quicker response, and they're saying 30 minutes would meet their needs. And it's no surprise that just over half of the respondents did think that the response time shouldn't vary, whether it's business hours, weekends, or holidays. So we've got a little bit of a gap going on. It's a good time to start thinking about this from a customer service point of view and work toward bridging that gap between what companies are doing and customer expectations. And you can start by providing good social customer service. Some tips on this are the standard that everybody's been talking about with regard to social is making sure you're creating that consistent, relevant content that will engage your customers and encourage them to keep connecting with your brand online. In addition, obviously, with what we just saw, companies really need to work toward bridging that gap between what they're currently doing as far as responding to customer service type issues on social to more align themselves closer to what customers are expecting. So now is a really good time to take a look at your social sites, see how many customers are currently using it or starting to use your sites as a customer service channel. Take a look to make sure that you are responding consistently to all inquiries, questions, concerns, complaints, and so forth. And then track response time and kind of get an idea of where you're at. The closer you are to the customer expectation, of course, the better that is. Personally, I do think an hour or even 30 minutes is a little much when it comes to response time, especially on faster moving sites such as Twitter. There might be a lot coming in, but just closing that gap to get a little closer to what customers expect would be a really good start. So if you're already at this point, that's wonderful. So you're already at the good customer service. Now, how can we make that great? One way you can do that is to continually work to closing that gap, making sure that you have staff that are attending to your social sites on a very consistent basis and consistently providing quick and thorough responses. The other thing you can do is look at those conversations people are having about your products outside of your dedicated social media pages. Now, you're probably wondering how you can do that. And social media monitoring programs are really a great solution here. What these programs will do is they will continually scan the internet for conversations about your products, services, your industry, and so forth. And then it will compile those all into a weekly report that you would receive through email. So what you'll see is a listing of all the different conversations online and what sites they were talking about you. And the nice thing is that in a lot of instances, mostly with Twitter and the message boards and forums, you will be able to link right back to the customer's personal page. So, one tip we always share with Twitter is that if someone's talking about your brand online and you're not following them or they're not talking directly to you, with the social media monitoring programs, you can go right to their page and you can easily follow them. And that kind of lets them know that you care about what they think. You can send them direct messages if they had a question that they were throwing out to their followers. Um, so it's a really great tool to see where else online people are talking. When you get to the point of providing great social customer service, you'll see that it's really going to start to pay off. Some current research shows that 71% of consumers who do get that quick and efficient response on different social media sites are much more likely to recommend that brand to others, especially compared to those who reach out to a company and never receive a response. And then we've also found that when companies engage and respond to customer service on social media, they typically end up spending about 20 to 40% more than they originally would. So as you can see, it takes a lot of effort. We know the shift is something newer and everybody needs to get a handle on it, but it will pay off in the end. So there's your quick tip for the day. If you'd like to learn more about social media monitoring or any of our other services, please visit our website at annmichaelsltd.com, or you can reach out to Amanda Brown, our Business Development Manager, and she'd be happy to help you with our services. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.